All right. So I'm still a communist. Shoot me then. I'm a communist. I've always been one. Since the time when all the world was a communist. You know that? When you were a baby and there was unemployment and everybody was thinking, so all the world was a communist. But it's different now. Now the people have forgotten. I sometimes think they're not worth fighting for because they forget so easily. You give them a few shillings in the bank and they can buy a television, so they think it's all over. There's nothing more to be got. They don't have to think anymore. Is that what you want? A world where people don't think anymore? Is that what you want me to be satisfied with? A television set? Look at him. My son. He wants to die. You want me to cry again? We should all sit down and cry. You think it doesn't hurt me, the news about Hungary? You think I know what happened and what didn't happen? Do any of us know? Who do I know who to trust now? God, who are our friends now? But all my life, I fought with a father and a rotten system that couldn't help him. All my life, I worked for the party that meant glory and freedom and brotherhood. You want me to give it up now? You want me to move to Hendon and forget who I am? If the electrician who comes to mend my fuse blows it instead, so I should stop having electricity? I should cut off my light? Socialism is my light. Can you understand that? It's a way of life. A man can be beautiful. I hate ugly people. I can't bear meanness and fighting and jealousy. I've got to have light. I'm a simple person, Ronnie. And I've got to have light and love. You think I didn't love your father enough, don't you? I'll tell you something. When Ada had diphtheria and I was pregnant, I asked Daddy to carry her to the hospital. He wouldn't. We didn't have money because he didn't care to work and I didn't know what to do. He disappeared. It was Mrs. Bernstein who saved her. You remember Mrs. Bernstein? Of course not. She died before you were born. It was Mrs. Bernstein's soup. Ada still has that taste in her mouth. Chicken soup with barley. She says it is a friendly taste. Ask her. That saved her. Not even my brothers had money in those days, and a bit of dried crust with a cup of tea. Oh, it was wonderful. But Daddy had the relief money. Someone told me they saw him eating salt beef sandwiches in Bloom's. He didn't care. Maybe it was his illness then, who knows? He was never really a bad man. He never beat us or got drunk or gambled. He wasn't vulgar or coarse, and he always had friends. So what was wrong? I could never understand him. All I did was fight him because he didn't care. And look at him now. He doesn't care to live. He's never cared to fully undress himself and put on pyjamas. never cared to keep shaved or washed, or to be on time or even turn up. Now he walks around with his fly buttons and his shoelaces undone because he still doesn't care to fight his illness. And the dirt gathers around him. He doesn't care. And so I fought him because he didn't care. I fought everybody who didn't care. All the authorities and the shopkeepers. Even today, those stinking assistance officers, I could buy them with my little finger. Even now, I'm still fighting them. And you want me to be like them? To be like your father? Well, I'll fight you then.